Okay, so I'm going to walk you through why high ticket sales is the best industry and the best business model that you can get into in 2026 to make money online. Okay, now you see all these other things online trading, um, social media marketing agency, e commerce, and yes, they work and yes, they can be good. But there's a reason why I chose sales, and the reason why sales is still the vehicle I'm in, even after making well over six figures a year as a 22-year-old, now 23. So let me walk you through it, right? Why high ticket sales is the best business model to get into in 2026. For starters, before I got into sales, I was not well spoken. I was not naturally confident at all. I had this thick Irish accent, and I could barely even speak well, to be honest with you. I couldn't really hold a sentence together, and I was very nervous going ahead and speaking to new people. I had very, very low confidence from chasing a dream of becoming a professional footballer and that not working. So people think in sales, you need to have naturally good confidence. When I got into sales, I had very, very little confidence because my dream was shattered and I had no idea what to do with my life. And I thought, me getting into this, what if this doesn't work as well? What if this fails? But the thing that I kind of had in my head was, if I don't try, I'm never going to know, right? And with sales, you become confident, right? You get the confidence, you gain it as you go. So you don't need to be naturally confident, you don't need to be naturally well spoken. I had no prior sales experience or knowledge on how to sell at all. I had never sold anything before in my life. I never knew how to sell, like, at all. Now I'm extremely well spoken, very confident, and I know exactly how to sell extremely well after closing over $2.5 million in the last 2 years. Now, every business needs to sell something for it to grow. When you walk into a store, everything is laid out intentionally in a way to sell more. If you think about, like, let's just say your local supermarket, right? In Ireland, Tesco, Lidl are some big ones. There's a reason why the sweet aisle is very, very close to the checkout. There's a reason why at checkout there's sweets, there's chocolate, um, there's a reason why the vegetables are, towards the end of the store, because people typically don't go into a store to, with the intention of buying vegetables. But people go into the store with the intention of, buying everyday things, which vegetables are included in that, but people don't go into a store and then think, oh, let me go ahead and buy some vegetables. Typically, when people are going in, let's just say for like some milk and some bread, and they don't go in with the intention of buying sweets and chocolate, they then get to the aisle and there's loads of sweets and chocolate there. They kind of think, oh, maybe I'd like this chocolate bar. Maybe I'd like these sweets. Have you ever done that before? Probably, right? You just got upsold from that supermarket because you didn't go in with the intention of buying that, but you still ended up buying it. That is why they lay it out like that, right? They lay it out super, super intentional to get you to buy more. University, college, they need to sell you on getting a degree, right? Which they do very well at, by the way. Petrol stations sell you on buying food and drink, even though you just stop for fuel. Have you ever thought about maybe like why petrol stations don't just have, the fuel and then like a checkout? No, they've got a store, right? They have drinks, they have food, they have some, quick snacks that you can go in and buy. Right by the till, there's like shelves right beneath you of like loads of sweets and chocolate. And oftentimes you just kind of pick one up and throw it on the counter because it's convenient. Again, it's laid out in a way to get you to buy more, spend more money so that the business can make more money as well. Online businesses who sell products need to sell you on buying their product. For example, take Amazon, right? Amazon needs to sell you on buying more stuff. So they have a huge recommendation list as soon as you click onto Amazon. When you click on a product on Amazon, you'll often notice that right down near the bottom of the screen, it says people typically buy this with this. So you're going to buy one product, but they're telling you, hey, a lot of people, most people buy this, but they also buy this. And people, like humans, they want to do what other people are doing, right? Humans are typically like sheep, right? We want what other people want too. We want what other people have that we don't actually have. So oftentimes, again, you might have done this before where you've seen that and you're like, oh, this would be useful, this would be beneficial. And then you click on, you want to buy that as well. Again, you just got upsold to buying an extra product. This stuff isn't just like for your own benefit. This is a salesperson that come into that business with a vast amount of sales experience and told Amazon to do that. Amazon has a huge, huge sales department. So that was intentional. Businesses need to know and understand sales because you need to make more money, make more profit, grow the business to sustain itself. It's not just businesses too, right? In your personal life, you are selling every day, whether you think it or not. When you want a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you're selling yourself to that girl to get her to like you with your words and your actions. Same way when you want the boyfriend. When you meet new people, you're selling them on liking you as a friend. So when you meet a new person, right, whether that's a girl or a fella that you wanna be with, or whether that's a friend that you'd actually like to be friends with, you think they're a cool guy. If you're just a mean person and you don't know how to communicate correctly or whatnot, they're not going to want to be your friend, right? Whereas if you know how to communicate and you know how to sell yourself to be their friend, the words that you say, the actions that you take while you're with that person, they are going to like you, and then you're going to have a new friend or you're going to have a new girlfriend, right? When going for a job interview, you're selling the interviewer on why you're a good fit. They're asking you questions and they're basically asking you to sell yourself. That's why I've been like very, very good at interviews, because I know how to sell. And when you know how to sell, you know how to sell yourself too. It's all communication. Everything in life is sales. Everything, whether you know it or not. When you get good at sales, your life becomes easier. Let me give you an example, right? I've done a lot of traveling over the last 2 years, right? I carry around a 20 kg suitcase, a 10 kg suitcase, and a duffel bag, right? Now, my 20 kg suitcase has always been overweight. It's always been like 26, 27 kilos. Now, when I go up to the counter, right, with the woman at the counter desk weighing the bag, typically, right, you should get a fine, right? Typically, for that kind of weight, it would be like an extra €80 fine. I have probably went through maybe 8 or 9 times with like an overweight bag. I've only ever been charged it twice. Once it was a machine that like didn't actually have a person, right? So like I had to pay it. So let's just say 7 times I actually went up to a counter with a person at the desk and my bag has been overweight. Only once I've been charged that €80. Because the other 6 times, well, the seventh as well, but I was unsuccessful on that time. Those 7 times, I knew exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to build a relationship with the person at the desk to save me €80 every single time. Now, do I care about €80? Absolutely not. But the point of it is, I knew how to sell myself. I knew how to build a relationship with the person at the desk, the worker, and I got them to like me as a person. So guess what? They didn't charge me an extra €80 because I made their day a little bit better. I made their day a little bit brighter. I knew how to make them laugh. I knew how to compliment them. I knew how to influence them to get them to like me and not charge me extra money, right? Now, it's a different case if you're broke, right? If you're struggling financially, that €80 could be a big, big difference for you. That €80 could be the difference between you getting to payday or not, right? Now, you shouldn't be going on a flight and going on holiday if you're struggling with €80, but still. Sales has made me 6 figures a year by the age of 22. And yes, you can make so much money in high ticket sales, but it's more than just the money. I've become a completely new person because of it. Even if I lost everything tomorrow and I needed to go back and get a 9 to 5, I can land a sales role, work in corporate, and make 80 to 100K a year. I didn't go to college for 4 years to learn a degree that would take me 5+ years to get to that income. I learned a high value skill. That's why sales is the best thing you can do to make money online. Now, what I want to do is I want to go back to this point here. I've become a completely new person because of it. Now, the truth is, right, with sales, you need to be very, very congruent with what you expect your prospects to do and the people that are interested in buying what you're selling. So you need to adapt the habits, the beliefs, the thoughts, and the actions that you expect the other people to do, right? So what I mean by that is, let's say you're speaking to somebody and they want to make an investment, 3, 4, 5, 10K into whatever you're selling. If they have low confidence, you need to instill confidence into them. You need to empower them. So on a daily basis, I am practicing what I'm preaching. By me learning how to empower people, I have then learned how to empower myself and how to have a huge amount of self-belief. Take another example. If somebody has had fear, or somebody has fear to invest into themselves, they've got fear to invest 3, 5, 10K, they're fearful to do it. I have needed to be congruent with making investments like that into myself, even when I feel the fear. And I do it because when I do it, I can sell more, which means that I make more money. And I grow my business, I grow my identity, and ultimately it just benefits every single area of my life, because by me overcoming my fear and doing what I expect my prospects to do, I grow my business and I make more money. Okay. Um, that's like such a big thing in sales is congruency. You need to do exactly what you expect your prospects to do. And when you know how to overcome every single objection that the prospect gives you, you overcome objections yourself internally, whatever limiting beliefs that you have. And you then become a completely different person because of it. So if you are trying to make money online and you want to escape the 9 to 5, and you just want to become a completely better person, you want to become a new person, somebody who actually wakes up every day and goes after the things that they want to go after. Somebody who wakes up every day not dreading, going to work, or somebody who wakes up every day and isn't so low on confidence. Get into sales, because you will become a completely different person. Your life will change in every single aspect, mentally, financially, physically, emotionally, everything, all of the above. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram. And if you want to get into sales, there's no better place to go than me. I'll talk to you soon.